The potential energy in food is measured in units of called calories or kilocalories. So basically, whatever energy is stored in the food we have, we are eating, so it is measured. Okay, it is measured in calories, C or Kc. Calorie is the amount of energy is needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water, 1 degree. So here, so to raise the temperature, to utilize the energy, whatever energy is there, so we have to utilize that. Na? So the amount of energy is required for 1 degree Celsius temperature is defined as calories. Okay. In the kilocalories or kilocalories, it is more than 1,000 times. 1 gram of carbohydrates, 1 gram of carbohydrates uh, yields about 4 kilocalories. So we need 1 gram carbohydrates needs 4 kilocalories to burn. Okay, a gram of protein also yield about 4 kilocalories. A gram of fat, however, yield 9 kilocalories, and a gram of alcohol yields 7 kilocalories. This is why a diet high in fat is more likely to result in weight gain if the calories are not expended in energy requiring activities. You may have noticed that calorie content is a part of the nutritional information of on food labels. On such labels, the term calorie actually means calorie or kilocalories, but is used for the sake of simplicity. So basically, 1 gram means 1 gram. If you are absorbed by the body, you are eating 10 grams of fat. 8 grams is removed from the body. Other 2 grams are absorbed by the body. So you need 19 kilo, 18 kilocalories to make that fat for energy. So, so that much energy is required to utilize that energy. So basically, so here, that's the reason if you are not utilizing that energy, so what will happen? You will gain the, you will gain the weight. Okay. So let's discuss about the food. What are the different types of food we have? So we have glucose. One type of food is glucose. Glucose is the raw material for the synthesis of another important monosaccharide. The pentose sugars are the part of nucleic acids. Deoxyribose is the 5-carbon sugar found in DNA, and ribose is found in RNA. The function of the glucose is very important, for without the pentose sugar, our cells could neither produce new chromosomes for cell division nor carry out the process of protein synthesis. So glucose also required to make the process of cell division, not only for ATP energy purpose. For cell division, it also required glucose. If the glucose is excess, what will happen? It will convert the sugars into glycogen and it will stored in the liver and muscles. Whenever you need glucose, then again glycogen will convert into the glucose. Okay, during exercise or low glucose. Okay, so basically, if the more excess is stored, then it will go into the adipose tissue and make fatty later. The patient have fat in the belly, buttocks, and legs, thighs, or after that shoulder. Everything is if excess amount of fat is stored. Next, we have the amino acids. Amino acids also very important because it is a form. It is after converting protein breakdown of proteins into amino acids. We need like we have the keratin, melanin, collagen, tendons, ligaments, myosin, actin, myoglobin. These are the these all needs this amino acids. RBC, antibodies, WBC, prothrombin, fibrinogen, everything. Okay. So everything need amino acid, albumin, pepsin, growth hormone, enzymes, everything need amino acids, which are very important Okay. So only when the body needs of a new proteins have been met on amino acids used for the energy production. So whenever extra amount of energy is producing, so we need amino acids. Okay, next we have fatty acid and glycerol. Already we discuss that the whatever amount extra amount of fat it is stored in the adipose tissue. Okay, and next one thing we discuss is vitamins and minerals. Very important. So different types of here we have the box that is different types of minerals and vitamins. We have vitamin B1. So here the functions are given, food source are given. Okay, B2, niacin, B6, B12, biotin. Okay, now biotin are very giving in the ads that to regrow the hairs. Okay, folic acids in the pregnancy, folic acid, vitamin B6, B12. Okay, vitamin 6 is very necessary for uh, immune system. Here the vitamin A, vitamin D, E, and K. Vitamin D is also very important nowadays. Vitamin D deficiency is seen because people are not exposing to the UV rays. Okay, you have to expose to the sun. So here, very important. Riboflavin is also important. Vitamin B2. Next with the minerals, calcium, very important. Phosphorus, sodium, potassium, chlorine, iron, iodine. Iodine nowadays iodine is very important because of thyroid. Magnesium, manganese, copper, cobalt, zinc. So in the calcium and phosphorus are very important for bone density, for bone health. Okay. So without help of vitamin D, calcium and phosphorus are not absorbed. So you have to go outside, you have to sit in the sun for 10 to 15 minutes daily to get the result to absorb the calcium. So these are about minerals and vitamins. Now we will discuss metabolic rate. Metabolic rate is depend upon the seven things. Okay. Metabolic is rate is depend upon the seven things. What are the seven things? One is exercise. Second, age. If you metabolic is depend on the seven things. If you affect the factor affects metabolic rate, that are seven things. Exercise. If you do exercise, metabolic rate increases because you are using the energy. Okay, age. Okay, in the anger children's, what is happen? Metabolic is high because they will jump from one place to another place. They work, they play, everything happen. But after that, gradually, the every 10 years, the metabolic rate decreases for 2%. For 40 years, it will 10 to 15% the metabolic rate decreases. Here, the metabolic rate is given. We'll discuss this box because of very important. Okay. And body configuration also important because tall, thin people, the metabolic rates are very high. And obese and weighty people, metabolic also low because they have energy sources which are using gradually. And we have the sex hormones like testosterone releases metabolic growth increases. Estrogen also. Okay. So in the muscle, in the men, more metabolic rate is increases, but in the female, the metabolic rate is some slightly decreases. And sympathetic stimulation, suddenly anything happen or stress, anything happen, it will also increase the metabolic rate. Energy production is happening. So when you listen any bad news, any stressful news, what will happen? You will get very anxiety, very depressed mood. You will get sweating sometimes. So it is the effect of increasing metabolic rate. Next, we have If you decrease the food intake, it is also decrease the metabolic rate, because the already your stored food is utilized. Now you have to extra amount of food to store and as well as to utilize. And climate, the climatic condition also, some climates increase the metabolic rate. Okay, some climates like cold climate will decrease the metabolic rate because you doesn't need large amount of energy. So in that, in the cold climate, the exercise will help the people a lot. Okay, because they can easily uh, decrease their weight. Okay, so these are the 7 factors which will affect on the body to increase or decrease the metabolic rate. Okay, now metabolism. At the end, what is the thing we have to remember? So in the elder age, the metabolic rate decreases. In the younger age, the metabolic rate is increases during emotional conditions, depression. They also metabolic rate increases. Okay, and temperature. These are also uh, increases. So basically, most of the those who died. Well, okay, so nowadays metabolic diseases are more due to the all these things. Okay, so you can assume that you can remember these things. Exercise, lack of exercise will decrease the metabolic rate. Age, as you grow, metabolic rate increases. So you have to do lot of exercises to increase the metabolic rate. Okay, next we have body contraction also. Some people are obese, their weight are gaining because of the poor diet or unwanted diet. Okay, and everything you have, they have to remember. Next, sex hormones. These also will affect the body. If you have testosterone are good, so your metabolism is good or metabolic rate is good. If these are less testosterone or decrease amount of testosterone, the metabolic rates also decreases. And stressful condition cause metabolic rate increases. So you have to need to focus on the to release the stress, because excess amount of metabolic rate is also harmful. Climate, during climate, I told you that in the cold weather you have to do exercises and you have to reduce the weight, and in the hot weather you have to decrease the metabolic rate, because the climate is actually increasing your metabolic rate. You have to maintain the metabolic rate in summer season. So this is all about metabolism. Also, we discuss what are the important things. Here where the metabolic rate is given. Okay. So I think so. How we convert, how much amount of here for men, use the factor 1.0 calories per kg of the body weight. So if you are 60 kgs, 60 point kilocalories you need. Okay. So this is the your metabolism you can calculate per hour. So here one in 1 hour you need 60.0 kilocalories if your metabolic rate is in normal. Okay. So this is all about metabolism.